Janice Hosha et al. Versus Chris Taylor. The plaintiff appears in person and by and through her counsel, Tim Cannell. Chris Taylor appears in person with court security and pro se. Are there any other appearances on this case?
No, sir.
I don't believe there are. Mr. Cannell, how are you wishing to proceed at this time, sir?
We're ready for trial, Your Honor.
And Chris Taylor, are you ready to go forward with trial as well?
Sure.
Okay. Mr. Cannell, do you have anything you'd like to say by way of an opening statement?
Well, Your Honor, I represent Ms. Hosha. She's the daughter of Linda Pinion, and she is deceased. So Ms. Hosha and her sister went through a determination of descent. They're the owners of this property. There are 3 houses, and these 3 houses were occupied by trespassers. There were 3 lawsuits filed. 2 of those people did not appear, and there's a journal entry in your queue for those 2 items. Mr. Taylor has appeared. We think he's a trespasser, and we want to go forward and have that established.
All right. Mr. Taylor, is there anything you'd like to say by way of an opening statement, what you think the evidence will show?
The will that was left to me was left this property and contents and vehicles. I have the will with me today. I haven't filed it. I don't know how I'm trespassing. I was with Linda for 10 years, and then the last 4 years, which I took care of her, she had leukemia, and she passes, and then they come out of nowhere. So I don't know how I'm trespassing. I've been there 10 years, and she left me the property. So I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm not a trespasser. Oh man.
Mr. Cannell, do you have any witnesses that you would like to call?
Can you swear both parties, Your Honor, Ms. Hosha and Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, Mr. Taylor and Ms. Hosha, if you'd both raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give in the cause now and hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Absolutely.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Cannell.
Ms. Hosha, can you state your name?
Janice Hosha.
And are you the daughter of Linda Pinion?
I am.
Do you have a sister?
I do.
What's her name?
Michelle.
Crane. And do you have a power of attorney for her to be able to act in your mother's estate and with regard to this property?
I do.
When did your mom die?
December the 1st.
So that was of 2024.
Correct.
So more than 3 months have passed since the day of your mom's death.
That's correct.
Was any will ever offered for probate?
No.
Okay. So you waited 6 months after the date of your mom's death, and then did you and your sister file for a determination of descent?
Correct.
And are there 3 houses that we're initially concerned with?
Yes.
Where are they located?
815 and a half South Main, 821 South Main, and 823 South Main.
So there are 3 little houses, and these are kind of the last houses on the west side on the way out of town.
Correct.
On South Main. So how did you find out about your mom's death?
I found out 5 days after she had passed away, and I ended up having to call her hospice company is how I found out.
But were you getting some text messages from her phone during that period of time?
That's correct. She and I were still communicating via text messages, and then come to find out, Chris had been texting me off my mom's phone for 5 days.
This is Chris Taylor we're talking about.
Correct.
So prior to your mom's death, did she ever convey any interest to Chris Taylor? Did he have a legal right to be on the property?
Not at all.
Was he a tenant? Did he pay rent?
Not at all.
Since the time of your mom's death, has he paid any rent?
No.
Has he collected rent from the other people who live on the property?
Yes.
Okay. So did you give Mr. Taylor a 3-day notice stating that he was a trespasser?
Yes,
And did you get any response?
they told me they weren't moving.
Okay. And then when this action was filed, Mr. Taylor filed an answer that said, I quote, I may have COVID. That was the only response he made, yes?
Yes,
Okay. So are you asking that the court find that you and your sister are the record owners of this piece of property and that Mr. Taylor has no right to be there and that he and any other occupants be required to vacate the premises?
yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Have you had any conversations with one of the neighbors about what Mr. Taylor said he'd do if he had to vacate the premises?
Yes,
Who was that?
the owner of the country cottages is adjacent to the backyards, and his name is Joshua House, and he's the one that phoned me to tell me that if Chris was made to leave, that they were all going to put cement in the toilets to run the sewer system.
I don't even know this guy. Josh, I don't even know Josh House.
I let the officers know that there is since it hadn't happened yet, but they did note that because it's a threat against property.
So are you asking that the court retain jurisdiction if the property is torn up either now because you don't know about it, or by the time that Mr. Taylor leaves, you want the court to retain jurisdiction to grant damages?
Yes,
Okay.
because
And if Mr. Taylor does not vacate the premises within 24 hours, you're asking that the court authorize a writ of restitution to get the property cleared, correct?
correct.
Okay, I don't think I have any further questions for Ms. Hosha, Judge.
Mr. Davis, do you have any questions for Ms. Hosha?
Mr. Taylor?
Oh, one, I don't know who
Sorry.
Josh House. I don't know where this came from. I have no idea where. No, I'm not that type of person anyway. I don't have it in me. I was her caretaker for the last 4 years, and we were in business this whole time. So how am I trespassing? I don't understand. I just need to understand how I'm trespassing and how I have to leave after I've been somewhere 10 years. I'm just having a hard time understanding this.
Ms. Hosha, I think there were two questions in there. One, I think Mr. Taylor is asking how you esteem him to be trespassing, and why would it be the case that you would believe that to be true at this snapshot in time, given his long tenure there?
He was a handyman for my mom. He was nothing more than a contractor. And when mom passed, he decided that he had the property now. He doesn't live there.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I sure do. I have the whole time. I have paperwork. I even have the paperwork from KU Medical in Kansas City, where on all her medical, next to Ken has my name and emergency contact, my phone number. You know, what do you say to that? I mean, how could you possibly say that I didn't live there when you know I did? I hadn't even talked to you guys or seen these people until she died. They came out of the woodwork. Was it you and her sister that said that?
If
You
I
and
want
her
you to
s-
feel free to ask questions that are tied back to Ms. Hosha's testimony, but you'll have to pause between questions to give her a chance to answer you.
Okay. I'm just a bit upset. I just don't, this is ridiculous. I'm not a trespasser. Wow. Okay. So what do you think? you'll just give me 1 second. So this is really what it's come to, Janice, really? Since, I mean, what is it you want from me? What did I do to you? I mean, you're lying under oath. I mean, what is it you're trying to gain? You're just trying to take the property from me and push me out on the street? I mean, what is the resolve here? Do I have to have paperwork, or I have a will that she made out? Last week, you lied to the police and said that this was your property, and you tried to have my truck towed. You broke into to the shop, threatened somebody with bodily harm, and I mean, and we hadn't even been to court yet.
Well, and Mr. Taylor, I do want you to not only feel like you have some latitude to ask some questions, but you'll also be given a chance to testify. But I think we're kind of in a mode of kind of asking several questions in pretty close proximity where there isn't much of a chance for her to answer that question or those questions. And so if you do have questions for her and you want to put them to her one at a time, I want you to feel like you can do that. If you would rather just explain your position or your concerns and through your testimony, you're welcome to do that as well.
I'm here obviously because I got to find a resolve to this, because the fact that the truth of the matter is they've never cared for me, and I understand that's fine. Not everybody in life likes you, but for them not to be present or involved in any case of anything the last 4 or 5 years, and she passes, and all of a sudden, I'm this this guy that doesn't live there. And that this property's theirs, and I'm just blown away, really, and a little bit upset that there's not a lot of truth there. But the truth is that I've taken care of Linda for the last 4 years, and I watched her take her last breath, and I was there day in and day out. And she wasn't around then. Nobody was. It was just me. And it's very difficult. It's still hard to deal with. And now I have to deal with being under attack because they are claiming this is their property when it was left to me. I didn't ask for it, with all the accusations, the name calling, okay.
Judge, if he's got some questions, that's great. Otherwise, let's let him testify in turn, if that's okay.
Yeah. If you do have questions, Mr. Taylor, I don't want you to feel that you can't ask them, but if you're at the place where you just like to explain your side of the story, kind of in an unfettered way, I'm wanting you to feel like you can do that as well.
Okay, I just really don't know what questions to ask, other than, why are you doing this? What is the point? Janice, what is the point to what you're sitting here telling these people?
Because that was mom's property.
Yes.
Michelle and I are mom's children. And
You're not the only children.
You're being untruthful, saying that we weren't in the picture. You're being deceptive, because we absolutely were. We are. And just because you've decided that you're going to take everything after my mom dies, that's not how it's going to work out, I hope.
She left it to me, honey. She left everything to me. I mean, what is there to say to that?
Well, if you don't have any more questions for Ms. Hosha, I'll inquire of Mr. Cannell. Do you have any more direct examination for Ms. Hosha?
Just a few, Your Honor. Ms. Hosha, during your mom's lifetime, were the police ever called over to the house where your mother lived?
Multiple.
And was Chris Taylor involved in those calls?
They were always looking for Chris.
And was there a question that ever arose during those times as to whether Chris Taylor lived there with your mom?
She always said that he didn't live there.
Okay. So to your knowledge, there's no legal authority of any kind for Mr. Taylor to be on the property.
Right.
That's all, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Taylor, from this
No,
for this
that's not
witness?
true, but she can sit here and say what she, I mean, I can't. I have lived there. I mean, my kids' pictures are on the walls. I mean, I'm established there. I have mail there. I've been there this whole time, so I don't know where she's coming up with this. And the police, yes, I've missed court dates. I've missed your court dates before, Judge Murphy. Doesn't make me a criminal. I mean, at any rate, yes, I have missed court dates before, but, I've lived there this whole time. I mean, I don't,
Mr.
where do I
Taylor,
live?
any more questions for Ms. Hosha is what we're asking you.
No, I guess not. I don't even know what to say.
Well, and if you want a moment, we can pause for a short time to give you a second to think about what you'd like to say. But I would be interested to hear if Mr. Cannell doesn't have any other witnesses, what your perspective is and your understanding of what's happened to this point. Do you need a moment, sir?
No, I'm fine. I just,
Okay.
okay.
Do you wish to tell me your side of the story?
The side of the story is I've been with Linda for over 10 years and, she's never gotten along with her kids, and that's none of my business, and I don't know why. I've never done anything to any of them. And now all of a sudden she passes away and now I'm under attack, so to speak. And, I don't know what to say. I mean, should I have an attorney or, I have paperwork and I have the will and, did I do something wrong here
Do you want to, do you have any documents you'd like to offer as exhibits?
I would just like to find a peaceful resolve today is what I'd like to do. And, that's what I like to do is just find the resolve so I can get on with my life. That's basically it. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's where I'm at. I just want to get this over with. I've never dealt with these people before, and now I'm having to. I'm in a position of, what do I do? I'm not sure, but I haven't lied to anybody. I haven't been truthful, dishonest. I haven't done anybody wrong. So, God willing, that, I don't know. Never been in a position like this.
If you don't have anything further you'd like to say now, I'll give Mr. Cannell an opportunity if he wishes to ask questions of you, Mr. Cannell.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Taylor, you did not file any will for probate in the District Court of Butler County, did you?
No, sir.
And you got a 3-day notice from Ms. Hosha saying that they were the owners, and you made no response to that, did you?
No, sir.
You're not paying any rent. You're not paying anything to Ms. Hosha in order to stay there, are you?
Who do I pay rent to?
The owners of the property, if you had a lease, which you don't.
I didn't. The owner was Linda Pinion, and she willed the property to me. So how do I know that comes into play?
Okay, but you've never filed the will for probate.
I didn't know I needed to, sir. I wasn't aware.
So the answer is no.
No. I said that in the beginning. No.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I have, Judge.
All
I
right.
mean, do I lose my place to live because I didn't file a will? Is that how that works? I mean, how does that work? It's just like that? I didn't file the will?
I don't believe you have a will.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Taylor, or any exhibits you'd like the court to consider?
No, I'm good. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Mr. Cannell, do you have anything you'd like to say by way of a closing statement?
Judge, I think the evidence bears out what we're talking about. We have the owners of the property who were found to be, by the district court in Butler County, the heirs of Linda Pinion. We gave notice to the guy who's occupying the property. He talks about a will. There's a time for filing a will for probate, which has passed. No will has been produced. He has given us no legal authority or reason why he should be allowed to stay there. So we're asking that the court find that he's a trespasser and order him to vacate the property within 24 hours and give us the right to claim damages if we find the property's damaged, and order a writ of restitution if we need one.
All right. Mr. Taylor, anything you'd like to say by way of a closing statement? What you think the evidence has shown, what you think the court should do?
I, I'm not sure what to say, or, I don't know what else is there to say. So I failed to file the will, which I didn't know I had to. And so they got a heads up on me or whatever, so they win like that, or, what do I say? What do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm just at a loss. I'm looking at, I got to move out of here. Just over 10 years of stuff. I got to find a place to go, and move everything I own in 24 hours. Is this what this is?
That's what they're asking the court to order.
Judge Murphy, okay, well, this does not seem fair at all. It really doesn't, because of my lack of knowledge of how this proceeding works. I didn't file the will, and that's just it, or
Well, if you don't have anything further, I want to take a moment just to review the file. I'm going to go off camera and off mic, and I'll be back shortly. I've told people a couple of earlier times today, 5 minutes, and it ended up being 10 or 12. So I think I'll start by saying I hope to be back in 10 minutes or so. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
oh,
All right, we are back on the record in Hosha et al. Versus Taylor. And I have had a chance to review the file and consider the case. And on balance, from the court's perspective, this case has a pall of sadness. I recognize that Ms. Pinion is loved and lost from the perspective of both Ms. Hosha and Mr. Taylor. I think that while I resonate with Mr. Taylor's heartfelt explanation of the events as he perceived them, and I find that he is speaking from the heart as much as I can so discern. It's nevertheless the case that the timeline of events is such that I think it would be the appropriate finding that Mr. Taylor is indeed inappropriately at this point in that home. I will find that the prayer of the plaintiff is granted to the extent that he is found to be improperly in that place at this time. I think that it might make sense, Mr. Cannell, to prepare a writ of restitution. The way that will work mechanically, Mr. Taylor, is Mr. Cannell will submit an order and a writ. Once I approve those, the sheriff's office will have up to 14 days to serve that writ upon you. And at that moment can demand that you be excluded from that property. Certainly, you can appeal any decision I have made today if you so choose. And I do also want to explain that I'm going to leave open the question of any potential damages should an inspection reveal that from the plaintiff's point of view, there are damages for which they need to be compensated. And I'll let Mr. Cannell amend his pleadings at a later date, such as is necessary along those lines. And if there's nothing further, we will indeed be in recess. Thank you each and all.
Judge, the only other thing I'd ask is that your order extend not only to Mr. Taylor, but any other occupants of the premises.
Yes, it will. And I'm trying to double check. Yes, it will extend to any other occupants of the premises.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Thank you. The next case I have is MEM Industrial LLC versus KC Phillips. The case number is Butler County 25 LM 849. Is counsel for MTM Industrial present?
Yes, Your Honor. May it please the court, Rick Thompson, appearing on behalf of MEM Industrial.
All right. And Mr. Phillips, do you appear, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Phillips appears in person and pro se. I think this matter comes on for a pretrial conference today. Mr. Thompson, how are you wishing to proceed at this time?
Your Honor, Mr. Phillips appeared at the answer date. He had 14 days to file a written answer and serve it upon me. As of today, I have not seen nor been served with an answer. And so pursuant to KSA 61-2904, I believe that judgment is appropriate on behalf of MEM Industrial.
And what date did he appear again, counsel?
July 17th.
Well, I'm showing, and it's not captioned as being an answer, and I recognize that you may not have received this, but on July 30, there was a filing in the case by Mr. Phillips, wherein he discusses some concerns he has about what he believes to be relevant side agreements, essentially, that impact the claim of your client. I'm showing that it was filed with the court. Were you not given a copy of that?
Your Honor, Mr. Phillips did not serve me with that document. And the statute also provides that is a shall. He shall serve. So I came in here, I called him. Well, I emailed him last week. He returned my email this morning. I called him. And he had claimed he gave some documents to the clerk. I haven't seen, and I told him that I haven't seen anything. And the statutory requirements are they're not mays, they're shalls. He shall file an answer and he shall serve plaintiff's attorney. 61-2904 small a. It doesn't put that obligation on the court or the court clerk, Your Honor.
Right. Mr. Phillips, is there anything you'd like to say with respect to that issue, sir?
Yes, when I did file this, I asked them if there was anything further that the court needed me to do with this matter after filing this with the district court here, and they told me that there was not anything else that they needed me to do. So I was under the assumption that since this was filed, that they would send him a copy of this letter.
And Your Honor, it's not the court clerk's obligation to, and they are prohibited from providing Mr. Phillips with any legal advice. And it's his requirement, since he is representing himself, to follow the law and know the applicable statutes, not the court clerk to advise him, since they are prohibited from doing so.
The clerk did not advise me with any legal advice. I just when I filed all of this out, I asked them if this was everything that they needed for me to file this letter, and they said that was all that they needed.
Well, I won't take very much time. I just want to go off camera and off mic for a moment just to review the file myself, and I'll try to be back within 5 minutes. You're certainly welcome to go off camera and off mic as well, and I'll be back very shortly. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We are reconvened on MEM Industrial LLC versus Casey Phillips, and the immediate question before the court is whether or not the filed responsive pleading was filed properly. And I would say that and I think this is in line with what plaintiff's counsel has asked the court to consider. The statute would demand that counsel for the plaintiff shall be sent notice of this filing, and that was not done in this case. At the same time, I think the court has some general authority to consider even accepting an answer that was filed out of time. And in the circumstances, I think that this answer having been filed but not having been sent to plaintiff's counsel is at least analogous to a question the court might otherwise have to consider. And in the circumstances, I am going to allow the answer to be considered as having been filed in the case. And from thence, Mr. Thompson, how would you like to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, since we are not in a position, I have no idea what, if any, defenses Mr. Phillips raised when he and I spoke. He emailed me. His only concern at that time was he was in a divorce, and this debt should be allocated in the divorce, which, as the court knows, this case doesn't wait for the divorce case. That was the only thing he had ever mentioned to me, Your Honor. So I prepared for the pretrial. We came online at 1:30. If the court is inclined to say that he filed his answer, and even though he has not served me as he's required by statute, that we will move forward with the assumption that I will receive that. I think my client is entitled to attorney's fees for Mr. Phillips, and it's only on Mr. Phillips. He cannot lay this at the clerk's feet. Mr. Phillips for failing to serve me, because we have, in effect, a hearing that is wasted for what it was supposed to be, a pretrial conference to exchange information, determine issues, and to set a trial date. So I request 1 hour of my time, Your Honor, for my client. My hourly rate is $480 per hour.
All right. And then taking that question under advisement for a moment, how are you wanting to go forward mechanically? Do you have any desire to speak with Mr. Phillips in a breakout room now, or are you wishing the matter just to be set for a trial? What are you wanting to do on that front?
When I spoke with Mr. Phillips this morning, he did not articulate any defense to the claim, other than, once again, he mentioned the divorce. He said he filed some papers with the clerk, and he didn't articulate what those papers were and what they said. So I can talk to him. I don't know if he will have any additional information for me than he did at 9:30 this morning, Your Honor. But I'm willing to visit with him. But like I said, I've seen nothing from him. I don't know what.
I understand, and I recognize that it might be an errand with no high likelihood of success, but if you're willing to speak with him, it might be possible to move the chains forward today. And with that in mind, Miss Jackie, if you could please put Mr. Thompson and Mr. Phillips into a breakout room. Mr. Phillips, are you willing to speak with Mr. Thompson, sir?
Sure.
Okay. Mr. Thompson, have you had opportunity to speak with the defendant, and is there any common ground found?
No common ground found, Your Honor. What Mr. Phillips intends to do is to come by my office today and deliver the documents that should have been served back in July. So
Okay.
I renew my request because we're going to have to do this again.
Okay.
I renew my request for an hour's of attorney's fees, Your Honor, at $400.
I think that makes sense in the circumstances. That will be the order of the court. As far as a follow-on court date, what makes sense from your perspective?
Assuming that Mr. Phillips delivers the documents to me, Your Honor, I'm looking at my phone for my calendar.
Sure.
I'm not sure when the next docket is, Your Honor. Do you do them weekly or?
We do them weekly. We're going to miss a week for Columbus Day in October, but I think that we're here every other Monday in the remainder of September and October.
All right, would September 29th at 1:30 be
Miss
appropriate?
Jackie, do we still have bandwidth at that date and time?
Yes, you do, Your Honor.
All right. And I'll inquire, whoops, wrong file, forgive me. Does that date and time also work for you, sir? Mr. Phillips? Oh, I think you're muted.
Yes, it does, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll set it for September 29 at 1:30, and we'll look forward to seeing each and all back here then. If there is common ground found in the meantime and an order could be circulated, I would appreciate that.
Your Honor, would you like for me or would the court, do you want me to do an order with the hearing date and time and the attorney's fees award, or does the court do a minute sheet? What's the court's preference, Your Honor?
I would like you to prepare an order exactly as you had explained with the new court date and inclusive of the attorney's fees I awarded today.
I will do so. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.